little bit, just explain what's going to be happening. But you can start her off here and kind of do a little intro.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thanks everyone for being here. I see some people from the Serenity fam, some people from the GoldMint fam, and some folks I don't recognize. So I'm happy to see everyone here today. I'm Vu, the founder of GoldMint. We're an algo stable on ETH. We've been running this protocol for just under 3 months now. We're having a pretty good time. My co-founder Doc's up here, some of the operations team, Monkey, and we have our newest partners from Serenity Capital up here. I think you guys all know me pretty well at this point, but for anybody who doesn't, I've been in DeFi for maybe 5.5 or 6 years. Did some early things with DAOs. It's the first protocol I've run. But Doc and I came up with a really unique idea after participating in some different protocols. And for anyone who hasn't heard about us, we'll get to learn a little bit about that tonight, and about one of our newest partners that had a similar idea that we really like. So let's get through the rest of the introductions. We got my co-founder Doc up here.
Hi guys, I'm Doc. I know most of you pretty well. For those of you that I don't, I'm a co-founder with Vu. I'm also lead one of our angels and lead our angel investor group, and I think most prudent. I help manage and run the DAO.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we got Monkey from operations.
Yeah, hey, what's up, guys? Glad to be here. Yeah, head of operations. Help run a little bit of the community stuff and social stuff, a little bit of everything. And yeah.
Yeah, and then for anybody who's from the GoldMint side and doesn't have these other two folks up here, but we have our newest partner, Serenity Capital. We got Madrid up here.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm the team lead for Serenity Capital. We've been running for about 61 days, so following close behind GoldMint. Really excited for this partnership that we're going to be launching here on Friday, and I pretty much just do everything, man. I'm a jack. I'm a good jack.
That's the way to be. And we got Ergon app too.
What's up, people? I provide the SaaS, the TA, some economic analysis, and I also run the bots. Basically, I am the glorified money printer and tells you when you done fucked up.
Gotta have that.
Awesome.
And you guys will see Cripsom in here too. He helped Monkey out in operations and has been doing a lot of cool things. We'll be hearing from him later, but he'll give a quick introduction.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here now. Sorry, guys.
No, happy to have you, brother. I had a little technical difficulties getting on myself this evening, but that's part of running a blockchain protocol, I guess. So let's get right into it. We were going to do this one a little bit different. So typically, we give you guys the rundown on GoldMint Finance. For anyone who doesn't know, we're an algorithmic stablecoin on the Ethereum network. We picked the Ethereum network because it's the core layer one for smart contracts. We love Ethereum. And we picked a unique peg on Ethereum, which is PAX-G. So it's brought us some participants that like the stability with that in the market. But an aspect of the stability that a lot of people miss is the fact that we picked Ethereum, that it has been part of the bear market, just like every other token, but it's held better than a lot of the L2s. It's really unique things coming up, and I truly believe that proof of stake is going to take a lot of the liquid Ethereum off the market. So people are going to choose, I believe it's 32 Ethereum to set up a proof of stake node. So I think you're going to see a pretty good influx of people acquiring Ethereum and then choosing to stake it on the Ethereum network instead of having it available to use. So tonight I'd like to talk about one of our newest partners. This is Serenity Capital. So can you guys just tell us who you are? Give us a little brief introduction. What is Serenity Capital?
So Serenity Capital is also an algorithmic stablecoin, Singrich protocol. We're pegged to Ethereum. We love Ethereum. We're definitely ETH maxis. We basically started out on Phantom. We had a community that we felt a lot of loyalty and love to. So we've launched on Phantom first, and now we're going to actually start our expansions on Ethereum, BSC, and AVAX. The team is, kind of I like to call it the A team. you know, when we started this, we definitely wanted to put together a bunch of big brains. So we've got 18 members in the core team, and everybody has a speciality that kind of comes together and really creates a really perfect storm for innovation and strategizing and marketing and planning, and just really excited to be here. Glad to be joining our brothers GoldMint on Ethereum. They've been holding it down solo for so long. Definitely looking forward to locking arms with you guys on ETH.
For sure. We love the Ethereum love, and I did just catch there that mentioned that your first ever launch on was Phantom, which I did in a lot of protocols on Phantom. I got a lot of Phantom love myself. Also BSC and AVAX. I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but a lot of our partners have chosen kind of like these four chains. These are chains that I actually very highly of. I love the ability to have partnerships, and you're an EVM chain. I think you picked some pretty unique chains there. So if you guys are going multi-chain, it sounds like there's something big in the works here. You were on Phantom, you're hitting Ethereum Network. What's that all about?
Yeah, so we really wanted to because there's a lot of investors that I could tell you guys everything about us, and you might really like us and love us, but you want to keep your funds on a certain network, right? So we want to be able to offer our protocol to people on every network that we can get to. So we're just starting with these next three expansions, but we're gonna push to get everywhere. And we really think that's going to really increase the value of what we're bringing, giving people that are AVAX maxis or BSC maxis or Ethereum opportunity to earn some really stable, consistent yields without having to leave the network that they're so accustomed to. And that's really what we're looking to offer to everybody with what we're doing. I think it's going to be really awesome.
I love that. Do you guys already have a partner or something set up for your bridging?
Yes, so multichain.org actually built our bridge contract. So everything is already done and it's already hosted on multichain. If you go to multichain and you have any of our assets, they automatically show up. Or if you want to just look up Serene or Pebble, we're already hosted with multi-chain. They whip those things up for us very fast, and they did a great job. So very thankful for multi-chain for getting that done for us.
Yeah, I love it. I've looked into multi-chain, specifically multichain.org and what they do quite a bit. Not dropping any output of any sorts here, but they have a great setup, and I'm really interested in seeing that protocols have a good idea for how they're going to bridge their tokens for security, and I think multi-chain offers that. It's when I noticed, sometimes even I'm not a developer myself, but just being, in this industry and in this field for so many years now, I noticed that a lot of the exploits and hacks and things that go wrong have to do with maybe people trying to set up their own multi-chain or not being ready for it. So I really like that you guys teamed with, kind of one of the powerhouses on there. And then obviously another thing that people look at is not just how safe is it to go multi-chain, but what are the economics of it? How are you guys doing this? Are you printing, are you bridging tokens over from Phantom where you started? What's the plan to get the tokens over there? How many tokens you guys have in circulation? Tell me a little bit about the tokenomics of this.
Yeah, so we will not be creating any more tokens. So typically, in other protocols, there may be 50 to 100,000 share tokens. We actually started out, we created 10,000 shares, and those same 10,000 shares are going to be the only 10,000 shares that are ever going to exist. So the team, we're going to actually take our allocations and the treasury allocation from the Pebble we're actually going to fund the reward contracts on the new networks with that Pebble. So we're going to take the Pebble that's on Phantom, we're going to bridge it over to Ethereum, BSC, AVAX, and we're actually going to fund reward contracts on those networks. So Pebble is going to be in an extremely high demand. The fact that that same 10,000 circulate, that same 10,000 supply is going to be spread out across all these different chains, and we think that that's only right. And we're excited for that opportunity. We don't want anybody to feel late to the party when it comes to investing with us, and we think that the way that we built things and set things up, that it's going to be really seamless. And so that's kind of like the nitty gritty on the tokens. Serene as well. We're not minting any new Serene. We're not making any more. We're going to use the same allocations to provide for the pre-sale that's going to be on Ethereum on Friday. So you'll be able to purchase Serene at peg price. So it actually would be a little bit of a discount buying it. It'd actually be quite a bit of a discount because you won't have price impact and things of that nature. So we're going to be selling about $150,000 worth of Serene on Friday. So that actually would only be about 150 tokens that you guys would be able to purchase at Ethereum's price. So
You guys are currently holding peg. It sounds like, doing that quick math in my head, you guys are right around peg of 1-to-1 with ETH. It sounds like you're doing some cool stuff with share tokens.
Sir.
I gotta say, I love your peg.
Sir, yeah. So we are above peg right now. We're let me pull this up. Right now we're at about 1.1 Ethereum equals Serene. So you'll be getting a nice decent discount. We've printed for this is our 630th epoch now, and out of 630 epochs, we maybe have missed about 20 out of the 630. So we've been doing very well.
You cut
Come
out a little
again?
bit there, Boo.
Yeah, 630 epochs is a lot for a protocol that's under than us. I think I remember you saying you guys actually have pretty frequent epochs, a little bit more frequent than your standard tomb fork.
Yes, sir. So we have 2-hour epochs versus the standard 6. That's another thing that we wanted to add, just something a little different, something a little unique. We found that going with the shorter epoch times break things up into small little mini dumps versus having a print every 6 hours and there just being a massive amount of tokens that come into the circulating supply at that moment in time. So and it also is something that keeps the community engaged. You can come back to the site every couple hours and see the rewards that you've built up, and it's something that we really like. I enjoy it, and we'll look forward to carrying that same concept over to Ethereum.
When's this happening? When are you guys getting multi-sig? You're gonna be on Ethereum.
It's gonna happen July 15th.
Doc, we're holding
So
you
that's
responsible for coding that for us, so you have 2 days to get it done.
Yeah,
Chap.
so we're going to
It sounds like the date you just gave Madrid is 2 days away. 2 days away. So it sounds like you guys are ready to rock and roll. You got migration to Ethereum coming on Friday. Do you want to give us a specific time?
We're going to be around 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time.
I mean, Madrid and I share a time zone, so we have a luxury in this community of being able to speak the same time. It's pretty fortunate, but that's awesome. Now, we were lucky enough to have you guys on our Twitter Spaces last night, and one thing I noticed about Twitter Spaces is these guys are hype on NFTs. So we had a chance to talk about your NFTs a little bit. I'd like to bring that in today. I believe you're releasing some NFTs on Friday too.
Yes, sir. So the Serenity X's is the name of the collection. So Serenity X's is going to be launching on Friday as well. Mint time is going to be the same as the launch. So we're going to have a lot of exciting things going on at one time. The NFTs, they've got a lot of different utilities and use cases. Just a few, just to name a few. NFT holders are going to be getting rewards from Bitcoin miners, right? So we're going to actually use all of the funds generated from the NFT mint is going to be used for ASIC purchases and for marketing of the protocol and things of that nature. And you're gonna be getting airdropped Bitcoin for as long as you're an NFT holder, and that's something that's really exciting, really interesting, and really excited to roll that out for you guys. We're also going to be offering higher yield farms. So if you're an NFT holder, your wallet's going to be whitelisted for you to get access to an exclusive farm for NFT holders. That's going to give you a slightly higher percentage or daily reward than the non-NFT holder farms. So really excited for those, and we actually had these ready 3 months ago. We've had these NFTs ready for 3 months, and we've been very strategically waiting until our Ethereum launched because we thought it was only fitting to launch a 500 count limited collection on Ethereum versus Phantom. So
Yeah, I love it. And then I won't jump into the merch shop. I know we're talking about Serenity, but I just wanted to bring this up because I think you guys have a unique experience bridging, not to call it the real world, but that's where we're going. The real world, with DeFi, bridging the tangible with cryptos. Do you guys currently run a merch shop that does some things in cryptocurrency and represents some DeFi protocols, including GoldMint? Do you want to talk about that real quick?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we launched, we actually created the DeFi merch shop, so you guys can check it out, DeFiMerchShop.com. It's got all of your favorite protocols. We one of the first partners that we ever onboarded were GoldMint. Really excited to get you guys on there. 50% of the profit from DeFi Merch Shop is used to buy back and burn GoldMint and the sister protocols. So if you buy Serenity merch, actually 100% of the profit goes back to Serenity. But for GoldMint, if you buy something and you really like it, it's going to benefit GoldMint. So not only do you get to represent your favorite protocol, but you're actually helping it in the same breath. And it's got international shipping, very, very reasonable rates. We didn't want people paying $50, $60 for a hoodie. So everything is very, very reasonable. And, you guys should really check it out because that goes to, what Vu was saying is tying real world to the DeFi space and crypto, right? This money has to come from somewhere, right? We all love the theoretics of printing money from thin air, but in reality, you've got to invest in real world assets and real world revenue generation in order to support it, right? And that's one thing I love about GoldMint is they're tied to PaxG. That is actual gold that you guys are investing in, right? And so we want to bring that same type of stability and structure to our protocol. So we've, investing in revenue streams and getting revenue generation funneling back into the protocol has been our forefront. And so the DeFi merch shop was the first thing that we did. And it's definitely not going to be the last, but, definitely excited. Definitely love what we've got there. Definitely thankful for GoldMint being one of the partners on there. Their merch is pretty sweet, so you guys should definitely hop in there and check that out because it's really cool. And you can actually purchase with crypto. You actually can purchase with crypto, PayPal. You can use credit card if you want to. All of that is all of the payments is filtered through a third party. So you don't have to worry about any of your information being leaked out. All of that's extremely secure. But if you want to pay in your USDC or your Bitcoin or any of your crypto assets, you're very able to do that. and we're really excited that we were able to get those crypto purchases onboarded.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
just
that's
want to jump
awesome.
in and say the DeFi merch shop has actually been super cool. I've got myself two hoodies. I got like the black version and the white version of the GoldMint hoodie, and it's definitely two of my new favorite hoodies. That's for sure. I absolutely love them. So I think the DeFi merch shop's sick, and I think the GoldMint merch that we have up there is really good looking, and it's clean. It's not like anything shouty or loud or anything. So I think it's pretty cool, and yeah, I like it.
Absolutely,
Y'all's
I
merch is
love it.
probably
And
my
I
favorite
can
merch
tell you,
out
we
here.
had even asked for something slightly adjusted, a new shirt or something the other day, and they got it up for us right away. So these guys are they're awesome over there. And I'll tell you, it wasn't a transition. That gives me a lot of confidence in you guys personally in pursuing the mission to do the Bitcoin mining. You guys have experience running a protocol already. This isn't your Genesis launch. You're choosing to migrate. You guys have experience running a real world business that generates real world revenue that ties into crypto. So I think you guys have a real chance with these NFTs. And I will let Doc sneak in here real quick and say that you guys are using this to get us some wrapped Bitcoin. What do our biggest whale type participants think about getting that type of yield on the things that they choose to participate
Yes, you threw me a meatball here, right? So obviously, you know about PAX G, and Vu and I just had a conversation not too long ago about, hey, if I have a lot of capital and in the crypto space, and I really want to put it to work in a safe way, how do I want to do it? What type of liquidity pools do I want to participate in? And being able to have something like obviously Bitcoin wrap, but any of the other tokens, so that you're able to participate, in my opinion, where otherwise you couldn't and have access to it is key. And earning what I would consider a reasonable, safe yield. Those of you who know me. I'm not a degen guy by heart. That's not what I go after. But if you're able to earn a consistent, long-term, and safe yield, then through markets where we are now, I think that's key. So to me, to have the opportunity potentially, like what these guys are doing, to have Bitcoin airdrop to my wallet on a regular basis and really not worry about it, I think is a pretty novel and appealing idea. So it's always a way to, and then you can take that Bitcoin and turn that into more yield. So I'm a big fan, big fan. So thanks for the easy question, Bill.
in. That one would resonate with you.
And the great thing about it is we're actually able to do a lot more than when we originally came up with this plan a few months ago, because it's not a secret to any of you here. We're in a bear market, right? And so Bitcoin has more than halved its price since we came out with this. So ASIC miners and Bitcoin miners have, I mean, the value, the prices that we're going to have to pay are a third of what we would have had to pay a couple months ago, which it really works in our favor. Honestly, that we're able to launch this strategy and this business in this market because we're going to get to take advantage of the cheaper ASICs, and we know that Bitcoin is not staying here. We all know Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of this is just temporary. So once that takes off, once the bull market takes off, we're already going to be set up for some very long term success. And not only will what the rewards the ASIC miners are actually mining is going to be, the value of that's going to go up, but we already know that once the bull run starts, our investments in these miners basically going to double your investment. You buy a miner for $4,000 now. Well, in a bull run, that's going to be an $8,000 to $10,000 rig. And so we're really excited to be able to do this right here, right now. And we're not going to sell them for profit because we need them, So but just know that the Treasury's assets are actually going to be going up in value very soon. So really, really excited for how that's going to go.
Nice. This is another little softball one because I already know the answer. But when are these NFTs coming out? When can we get one? They sound pretty cool.
They're going to be launching on the 15th, Friday, with our Ethereum launch. So, really excited for that too, man. They're going to be launching on Friday with the Ethereum launch. And we've got a few whitelist spots that we're going to be giving out, I believe. And not going to get too far.
Less than 48 hours. Whitelist spot. What's that get us?
So the whitelist spot is something really, really juicy. The whitelist spot is actually going to give you 50% off of 1 mint. So you're going to be able to mint one of our NFTs for 0.25 Ethereum versus the 0.5. So that's over a $250 value for a whitelist spot at this moment in time.
That is pretty good. So they are going to be around half an Ethereum for each NFT, and if you have a whitelist spot, you can mint one for half off.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, God, to give me one of those. So we will talk about how you're going to get those. So for everyone in the audience, I'm sure you have to have a couple questions right now. This is a unique and complex strategy that just I think might call for some interesting questions. So I see some things are rolling in there. Let's jump in that AMA discussion. We're going to talk a little bit. We'll be picking a couple people who ask questions to get some whitelist spots too. We'll be doing a couple random pools too. I think we got 5 whitelist spots to give away this evening. So just again, that's over a $250 value. If you're participating in these NFTs, it gives you the ability to get one for instead of half an ether, just a quarter of an ether. How many of these NFTs you putting out?
500. So very limited collection. I cringe when I see people putting out 10,000 NFTs at one time. So very happy we're doing a 500 mint, 500 NFTs, baby. That means you don't have to share your rewards with a lot of people.
Excellent. So we got a couple. I see you've actually answered a couple of these while we were going. I respect that. I see Madrid's already in there, kind of chipping away at some of them. So I'll just start at the bottom. What is whitelist mint price on the NFTs? I think that's a quarter of
that's going to be.
I'm going the practical route for that one.
I want to respond to Sleepy Nico.
Yeah.
So everything about the protocol has been built with longevity and sustainability in mind, right? So the liquidity is very low because we went with an inverse emission schedule. We were overlooked and have been overlooked for some time from your typical degens that wanted to see crazy daily APRs and really wanted to just pump and dump, right? So we implemented scaling withdrawal taxes in our farms. We started off with extremely low emissions on our PEG token. The share token is meant to be speculative. Now, as we grow, we will be building liquidity, and we weren't going to sacrifice putting ourselves in a position where we had so much supply that we couldn't control to say that we had a bunch of liquidity, right? Obviously, you can see, Pebble was about $160 three or 4 days ago. Right now we're at $600. So very quickly can pump, and I don't think you're going to see a dump to back to those ranges. It was at that price because a lot of people didn't know who we were, what we were doing, and a lot of people really underestimated the fact that we only have 10,000 shares. So we're going to be building liquidity very slowly. Obviously, it would be nice to throw a big chunk, but we feel that Pebble should at least do a 50x from here, in my opinion. I say it all the time. I tell my guys 50K or FUD. And, we're not going to be doing too much of the protocol-owned liquidity because we have faith that we're going to put out a product that's going to drive demand. There's nothing wrong with people taking profits, and we're not scared of some red candles. The what we've put at the forefront and the our focus is to create more demand than there is sell pressure, and then that's what we're doing, and we're happy to see the price action that we're getting, and liquidity will build. It's something that's going to happen over time. I've seen a lot of projects launch and have 2-3 million TVL and 150,000 in liquidity, 300,000 in liquidity, and they're gone in 2 weeks. So we're really happy with where we're at, and we're happy with people that are investing with us at this small stage because they're going to be very highly rewarded in the long term.
Cool. Excellent. I think that's an excellent answer to that one. I just rolled back a little bit. I want to touch on some of the ones you did answer, just in case anyone else doesn't scroll through these. You had a brief question about having 24 epoch locks for your staked tokens and what you guys call the jar. It looks like you responded to that in there. That was maybe a reminder that you guys have 2-hour epochs. So I guess at 24 epochs, I should be able to do the math pretty quick there. You got what, 12 a day? It's just 2 days that that's locked for.
Yes, and we're confident with that. We're happy with that. The same thing with the scaling withdrawal fees. This is meant to be something that you put your money in, and you're not so quick to pull it out. Personally, the way I look at it, if you're going to buy Pebble and deposit it in the jar, and you want to sell it or you want to pull it out within a day and sell it, you're not really the type of investor that we're looking for. And I'm fine with being somewhat picky with the type of investors we have. Right? We don't want to have malicious people that don't actually want to invest in us. Right? And in order for a protocol to succeed, you need people that are willing to invest for a long period of time, right? Like if you wanted to start a business and you got somebody to invest with you, then they asked for their money back 3 days later, well, you didn't really get very far with your business, did you?
I think a 2-day request there. Not that it matters what I think, but yeah, that makes sense to me. That doesn't seem like a big ass 2-day commitment. I know we offer things on our protocol that require a 90-day commitment. So yeah, I don't think that's a big ask. Sigil, that's actually, I guess, for me, Silverman on Phantom. Ah, I'll tell you what, when we
Ooh.
launched, I would have guessed definitely 100%, but now I think there's a good chance, but I wouldn't say that that's something that's going to be happening overnight. Silverman's
Yeah,
kind of a long-term rate.
I will say that our favorite L2s are definitely going to be the AVAX, BSC, and Phantom. So just like Serenity, that's most likely down the line type of beat. But yeah.
Phantom was, after ETH, Phantom was probably my number one L2. But we have so many great partners like Serenity, who's already on Phantom and coming over to Ethereum. Partners like Grape on AVAX, they're available to discount right now. If anybody's been hiding under a rock, go buy some Grape. Liquid Capital, their BSC. Our friends Alto Names are over there. Marco's on AVAX. So yeah, these networks are all resonating with me as well. So let's see if I missed any other questions just to touch on. Skeptical member. All right, I think you've done a pretty good job. I think Sleepy Nico, although it's not exactly where it is a question, brings up a reasonable point. There's always some concern because we experience this here, and that's probably why this resonates with this community. It can be tough when you launch with a high value token, starting with a Genesis, so you have a low supply, and then somebody surprises you and does a sell, or it's always a good day, big buy, but it can be a wee little bit tough on your community if it goes down a little bit from somebody sells. going to happen, but we've experienced that a little bit over here. Do you think your community, I guess, better way to word the question, is prepared for a little bit of that fluctuation if they do see that price impact ever go in an unfavorable direction?
Yeah, absolutely. We're very fortunate to have a community very similar to GoldMint's that they're here with us to support us, and the people that we have there are patient investors. Like when we first launched, we were under 1%. We were about 0.5%. So you know you've got to be able to ride with the punches, ride with the waves, and we're not appealing, we're not appeasing to the quick minded investor, right? I said it a little while ago. I don't like to use the term picky, but in reality, you don't need every type of investor. You want the patient, long-term minded investors, and we think we've done a very good job with building that type of community, and I think it's going to do very well on Ethereum. So I'm really excited for that move, and I think it's going to be really good.
Scrolling down here, I just covered sigils at the beginning, actually, about the whitelist mint price. Doc, founding member GoldMint, is there any idea of the Bitcoin yield per NFT? How often is it paid out? I told you that Rain had his interest as soon as you said Bitcoin payout. So let's hear a little bit about what yield you think you can get for these NFTs and how frequently it'll get paid out.
You were breaking up just a little. Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit.
Yeah, I've been having technical difficulties all day. I really apologize, guys. But it's a question from Doc about yield per NFT and how often it's paid out.
Okay. So rewards will actually start in 6 months after the final mint. So 6 months we'll be purchasing all the miners, compounding those rewards over that 6 month period to purchase more miners. Now in the first year, you're going to probably see maybe $1,000 to $1,500 in yield from that NFT. So it's not going to be anything crazy or astronomical. That's a very realistic return for an NFT holder. Now the treasury is going to continue to compound and buy more miners. There's a lot that goes into the potential rewards. So we're looking at, I would say, about year 4, you're going to be looking at about 40 to 50,000 in rewards from the mining purchases. In about year 4. So year 1, you'll be looking at about a grand to 1,500. Year 2, you'll probably be looking at about 5 grand. Year 3, you'll probably be looking at around 10 to 15, and then things start to really ramp up as there's less and less Bitcoin that's going to be mined. I really feel like Bitcoin's going to have a huge run, and at that point in time, we're going to have so many miners under our belt that the rewards are really going to crank up. Now, as far as the time frame on the rewards, we're going to be looking at doing quarterly rewards. So that's how we'll end up breaking up the airdrops for the wrapped Bitcoin to the NFT holders.
One thing to keep in mind here is we don't intend to just be like, hey guys, you bought NFTs and we're doing ASICs and stuff. We do intend to have a framework set up to continually be acquiring them.
Yes,
So
I kind of picked up on that. That's an excellent addition there. Kind of a subtlety in that last point. But it sounds like, and we all are bullish on crypto, but it sounds like the premise of this is that you'll be able to acquire more miners, and that we also believe that there will be some bullish momentum, in the price of Bitcoin.
Yes.
I believe I strongly agree with both of those. But that's the plan, to generate these numbers of yield you're talking with Yenna.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Nico,
hosted mining solutions. So you guys already have that. Was actually my question. Have you guys selected like mining pools or something? Do you guys have some ideas?
For about a year. Yeah, this is not new for me.
Excellent.
Nico's question about will more burn and reduction of supply be taken into action? Yes, that's one of the other great things about our emission schedule, right, Nico? At this moment in time, like we've mapped out how much money we would need on Epoch, like 5,000, right? Like all of this is on Ergo's computer, on Excel spreadsheets. We took a lot of time really mapping out this type of stuff. Um, so even with that unlock that you're speaking about, at this moment in time, there's only 68 Serene in circulation. You're talking about $68,000. If every single person sold every Serene they had, we would only need $68,000 to hold it ourselves, right? And that's the point, is we did not want to put out so many tokens. We wanted to think about the absolute worst narrative. If everybody gave up and nobody had faith in us, would we be able, in a position to actually support the protocol ourselves, right? And that's what we're doing, is by getting all of these revenue streams actually going at the start while we're so small and we're emitting so few tokens, that we will be able to support the protocol, support the rewards that we're putting out in a healthy fashion. So if Ethereum's price halved tomorrow, right, we're going to be able to support that. And that was the mindset and goal from the inception of Serenity, was to be able to not necessarily control everything, but try to control as much as you possibly can, versus just shitting out a crap ton of tokens and then really being at the whim of your investors. We want it to be a little bit more in control of that, and that's the only right way to do things. When somebody's trusting us, they're investing in us as the team to have done the math and taken the time, that if somebody else decides to exit, that we've got a plan in place to support their investment, not just let their investment be at the whim of every other investor, right? And that's trust that we don't take very lightly. So I just wanted to hit on that for a second.
I'm asking these as I go with you. I'm listening to your answers. I'm trying to scroll ahead and find the next ones. I don't even know how to sum up as a question. I guess it's for Ergonap. You seem to have a pretty good understanding of exchanges and technical analysis. I don't even know how to phrase that, but there are obviously some concerns with the community. With what prices will be reached and things like that. It seems like you have some experience there.
Yeah, I expect that when ETH unlocks, it's going to be the most bearish scenario for Ethereum to ever have occurred. But that's just a price thing, right? Like that's the reality is people look at a coin and say the price is up. It's a good coin. It's great. Everything is great. I've told you it's great forever. When the price goes down, they say, I told you it's been bad forever. I told you it's going to die. It has no value. Who cares? Why would you hold that? Because people base everything on price. That's not
Absolutely, absolutely.
real, right?
But luckily, these folks here do understand that the price of Ethereum and this migration is going to lead to lower gas fees. I think a lot of people's reservations about coming over here were the gas fees. So maybe in some ways, if that is the way it plays out, that's not such a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the reality behind ETH going down like that is that will probably be the best time to buy back in. It's just time, right? Like we all know what's going to happen, and it's not far off. And that could signal the bottom to the market, maybe, or it could be the start of like the full real bear, where everybody feels real bad and they're like, "Look at ETH." It all depends, but building in bear is what brings out the real people behind this, right? The people you see walk away in bear, you know that they're not really involved in crypto. You know they're not really involved in learning about new technology if they just walk away when price is going down.
Yeah, agreed. I actually, it's good. That's one of the nice things about these AMAs is kind of get to get a feel for where everyone comes in. And I think Madrid did a good job earlier of kind of explaining you guys have a pretty well-rounded team. And, I'm starting to see that. Met a couple of you guys now, and I like what you're putting together and how you guys each take your approach to building this thing out. This last question, I'm going to have difficulty.
There's also actually one guy who's had his hand raised for a long time now, who's should probably come
Sorry,
on
I'm in the
if he wants.
questions. Let's make it happen. Who's got their hand up? Who wants to come on stage? I can't read
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Make it shorter, my friend. I'll read it if it's shorter. You want to call them up, Monkey? Who's got their hand
Yeah,
up?
I just
He
gave them.
probably fell asleep, man. I didn't see him for a little bit too long there. There was a lot of really good discussion there. That's why I wanted to discuss that for anybody who doesn't sit there and kind of scroll through that, make sure that was kind of being brought up. There were some really good points there.
Yeah, definitely. And if anybody does have questions and wants to come up on stage, feel free. Absolutely, just raise your hand.
Yeah, you guys don't have to listen to me read your stuff all night.
Yeah.
Well, I can answer his question real quick, Nico. So, as far as having a Pebble or Serene USDC pool, that's definitely something interesting to do, something interesting to think about. It's not something that we have planned or have in our roadmap as of this moment. But we definitely see the value that something like that can bring. We like the exposure to Ethereum. Now, as far as like the compromise that you're talking about there, is that possible? Yes, anything's possible. The likelihood of that is very, very slim. In reality, I don't think anybody. I think a lot of people don't even realize that. We don't even own our MetaMask wallets, right? Like it's just a wallet that's generated. We don't have any ownership of that. We're just using it. We have the seed phrase. But at the end of the day, like every wallet across all of blockchain could just be empty because none of us actually have any ownership rights to those MetaMask DeFi wallets. So as far as that's concerned, you want to try to plan for the worst case scenario. But in reality, like some things are just so unlikely that you really shouldn't worry yourself about it. And that's kind of how
There
I
is a
feel.
lot there, about what is ownership and what is. We'll just sum that up with a just reminder to your own research, analyze your risk, only invest what you can afford to lose. There are always concerns, to be had there. So I did notice that, but to kind of get Jay King Sigil had a couple good questions, maybe each, or at least one or two good questions each in there. Maybe we will go ahead and get them a whitelist spot for Serenity Capital's upcoming
Hey.
NFT sale half off. We'll pull a couple from a random number generator too. I know you guys don't all love being vocal. I said last night in the Twitter spaces that I had a habit of sorry. That I had a habit of not always thinking of that. So we'll get a couple numbers up here. Let's see what we got.
Schedule with the white.
GB
Make sure.
Trev.
Vu, you should
I'm
also
sorry, was someone
repeat.
saying something there?
You should repeat the first winners. You were kind of cutting out when you said them.
Yeah, I apologize, guys, but they go and speak out all for asking a couple good questions in there. And
You cut out again. Do you want to just message me the names?
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let you clean this up, Monkey, and I'll type it in the AMA chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for the questions and everything. That was actually really good. Definitely shout out to Nico and all the Gaza guys. Shout out you guys. So yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Gaza, let's go.
So let's see
Shout
who
out
the
to Nico
winners.
with the hard questions, man. I really like the people that ask the real questions, the real technical questions, and we're happy. And I hope that that's a testament to our team that we have confident answers to those questions. I'm not somebody that likes to shy away from the hard stuff because if we're not thinking about it, then we're not practicing what we're preaching. So appreciate the hard questions. I wish more people ask hard ass questions like Nico.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wish I could hire Nico to come up to AMAs and start asking all these good questions. Those are
Yeah.
banger. So yeah, that's good.
He's a bad cop. You'll be the good
Yeah.
cop.
No, it's actually really good though. Like sometimes you kind of just need to sit there and like break down something before you can fully release it or really, I don't know, bring it to somebody. You have to sit there and like break everything about it that you possibly can, or find out all the different kinks and ask all the different questions.
Absolutely. I'm Will Smith though. If we're gonna be bad boys, I'm Will Smith. Sure.
Walk up on stage and smack Chris Rock. That'd be pretty awesome.
Unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe it.
That was good. Okay, awesome. So we have all the winners picked here. So J King, Sigil, Sleepy Nico, GB Trev, and Nasty Zuni all go. I'll put it in the AMA discussion right now. If you go to the support ticket channel and open up a support ticket, send us your Ethereum or just send us your MetaMask address. We'll get it over to Serenity so they can whitelist you, and then we'll also get everybody probably one share token each. So open her up and get her over.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I'm happy for. I love giving out these white lists, man. I love it. Love seeing people be able to get a discount for participating, asking good questions. Um, I've had people begging in our own server to get some of these whitelist spots, and I made them buy one. I'm like, look, these these whitelists are reserved for these giveaways, and they didn't show up to an AMA and try to win one. So
Yo.
I had a couple guys that just went ahead and bought one, and then they won one after they bought it.
That's funny.
It's pretty funny.
I like that though. We took the same approach. We value our whitelist spots and think we can get some good value out of them. So we charge 0.125 PAX G if you want to just enter the whitelist. That's the straight up front cost. So other than that, but yeah, we definitely do like to give them away here and there, and I give them away in the Discord server for stuff. But yeah, definitely understand and feel that one. Well, awesome. If there's not many more questions or anything else, I think we can probably slowly wrap her up. And yeah, thanks Madrid and Argonat for coming up here and pretty much explaining everything and giving the rundown. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, brother, I appreciate it. Remember, guys, Serenity Capital is going to be launching its pre-sale 7 o'clock Eastern time on Friday. The NFT mint also launches the same time, and you GoldMint lovers, you're going to be able to use your GoldMint assets to farm on Serenity. That's a part of the partnership that we're going to be doing for you guys. We're going to be giving you guys a farm to bring your assets over, your LPs, and be able to farm a little bit of our pebble shares and introduce you to the ecosystem. And we really are excited for this partnership and working with the GoldMint team and the community, and just appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us and asking us some questions and hearing what we had to say. It was a lot of fun. Looking forward to Friday. It's going to be a big day.
Yeah, thanks to you guys at Serenity. This was really good. I thought this was really eye opening for myself, exciting as well. And I know you have the support of everyone in GoldMint. And best of luck to you guys this Friday. We'll be participating and watching close for sure.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. Well, thanks everybody. Make sure if you want to open that ticket in the support tickets channel, send me your address, and yeah, we'll get those rewards sent over. Thanks again to Serenity for coming up. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do later down in the future and excited for that Friday launch. Hopefully everybody else is, and hope everybody has a great night. And thanks for showing up. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks Madrid and Ergonap. Appreciate it.
Yep.